Hi, and welcome to the Work from Home show. My name is Marian, and today I have with me Lady Lou and Jan, and you're going to find out a lot more about them. But let's talk right now about finding a job, or maybe even creating your own job. How about a couple of side hustles? What do you think, ladies?
Yes, I'm for it. Hello. Welcome to our work from home show. We just love bringing this show. This is what 35 weeks we've done this show.
Wow.
And we're so tickled to have Jan Stringer with us all the way from New Mexico. Hi, Jan.
Hi. Nice to be here with you two.
Thank you. We're so tickled that you are here and you're going to talk about finding jobs, making jobs, and side hustles. I've got 2 or 3 side hustles that I just love doing. So, Marian, I'm going to turn it over to you, Marian LaSalle. She's our opportunity specialist, and she does have some opportunities for you today. Take it
Don't you
away,
love that?
Marian.
Thank you. An opportunity specialist. I'm ready to just roll with that title. Yes. I've had many titles in my life, mother, wife, daughter, cousin, aunt, whatever. I like opportunity specialist because that covers so much. It covers family time, it covers work time, friends. And you know what? When you're open to that, you sometimes get invitations to come to places that you've never been to before. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting about this line of work, remote work, is that you really can go anywhere as long as you have strong internet. I have found that you have to have strong internet in order to work remotely. And today we're going to be talking about doing everything from your home or from your motorhome. And what does that mean? That means anywhere that you want to work. But you do have to have strong internet. So some of the jobs that we talk about are phone jobs, but you still need access to the internet. So, what would you do if you were way out in the middle of nowhere in your camper van or your motorhome and you had no internet? You probably wouldn't be working that day. What do you think?
No, just driving, finding a spot where you can get the internet.
I would think, I know that there are lots of channels on YouTube that go into how to find internet when you're on the road. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to pull into a Starbucks and, try to get their Wi-Fi to work for you. But there are opportunities for you to work just about anywhere. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how that works for me. If I want to work from anywhere, let's say I want to go to Dallas and visit my family. I have family in Dallas, and I just want to get in my car and zoom up there. Well, guess what? They have internet, even in the driveway. I could hook in, like if I had a camper van. Notice I'm talking about that a lot.
I
That's in
noticed
my plans.
that.
That's in my plans. But anyway, you really literally could. If you had a phone and a computer and you were able to get on the internet, you could literally work from anywhere. And so I want to be able to show that to you in a realistic way, not a pipe dream or something that, might happen someday. It's happening. And this thing that we're going through, this virus, this opportunity to stay home and work has opened up a lot of eyes of a lot of different companies. A lot of companies used to say, no, you had to come into work. Well, I want to keep my eye on you. I want you here for our meetings. You literally had to be in the office. Has anybody experienced that?
Oh, yeah.
But because we were forced to work from home and companies had to close in order to continue working, they had to trust that they could have some employees that wouldn't take advantage of it. And some of them have incorporated some technology to make sure of it. Okay, so they're still not sure you're going to be working when you're at home. So, but they have technology to see that you are really working from home. And that way, no matter where you are, even in the world, you can work for companies. So I found a company today, and we're going to be talking a little bit about that particular company, but really it's a conglomerate of all these different companies that are hiring remotely, and they're all based inside this company. And then we want to be able to talk to Jan and Lady Lou about what it's like to work from home and maybe some side hustle ideas. So think about any questions that you might have. There's a comment section here in YouTube and on Facebook. We would love to answer your questions. We would love to get your suggestions, comments. Feel free to jump in anytime. And ladies, I'll just keep talking. So you got to break in. You got to go, Marian.
Well, we want to hear about these wonderful jobs.
Okay.
Well, you
So
got
remember-
me thinking, Marian. You guys got me thinking this morning. I was getting ready for the call and thinking back on my career. Oh my gosh, and so many years at corporate America, and what it would have meant for me to be able to work from home. I wouldn't, it would have been so much better. And anyway, so now I do. But in those years, it was just unheard of. Nobody did that.
Oh, I see a puppy. Now that's a great work from home opportunity. What's your puppy's name?
Come here. This is Allie. Come here, baby.
Allie. Come here, Allie. We want to see you.
She's not going to look.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Come here.
Okay.
Well, there she goes.
It's like,
Allie.
if you really want me, forget it.
She is not. She did this in rehearsal much better. She'll be back.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a big advantage to being at home. I do love being with my fur babies, and they keep me company, and love that. Yeah. So now she wants out.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's one of the perks of being able to work from home is our animals aren't so lonely. There are so many perks for working from home, and there are a few disadvantages. So let's dive into a couple of those before we move into all the jobs. What has been a disadvantage for you working from home, Lady Lou?
Isolation, because I'm out in the country, and it's kind of, sometimes it gets lonely out here, but not often, because I've got my friends right here at the beck and call of my internet. And thank God I have a good internet connection now, and I haven't always. But Marian and I have been known to have lunch together just because we could. I'll be sitting on this side of the camera and she's over there, and we're talking and having fun like we're sitting next to each other. So you can make it work.
There you go. How about you, Jan? Any downsides that you have noticed?
Mostly just distractions. If you share your house with anybody, a fur baby or otherwise, a two-legged, they can be in the background, and they don't realize, you got the earphones on. They don't realize you're in a conversation, and they're over there having another conversation. So I learned that if there's going to be anybody here other than the pets, I tell them in advance, I'm going to be in a call, or schedule it so that they know, or I put up a big sign and post it on the door so they don't forget. So
that's good.
And
that's minor.
Yeah, those are minor things. So for me, I also have a co-working space where I can go just in case I need it. So what would be a reason for that? A lot of people come in here because they're doing an interview. There's a lot of people that come in here because their home environment is not perfect for that. They don't want any interruptions. They don't want, car honking and things like that, dogs barking, kids playing. So they'll come in here for their very important meetings, and they'll come in here for their interviews. And I've seen it a lot. And I have also done that. I've come in here to film different videos that I've done, classes that I want to give, even though there's nobody here on the large screen. It's a different environment. So always have some opportunity where you can go somewhere Even a library has internet now, and they have private rooms where you can go. So think about that as you're working from home. You may want an alternative once in a while. All right.
Right.
Now, I want you to really focus in on this particular company that I'm going to be talking about today. We mentioned it last week, but I didn't have time to go into it. So let's really dive in. It's called We Work Remotely. And I'm going to bring up a couple of slides that go into a little bit of detail about it. This is let me get rid of the work from home banner there. It's called We Work Remotely, and they have thousands and thousands of jobs, and every day they are uploading new jobs. And remember, this is not a side hustle, this is a job, and a lot of them will offer benefits and things like that. Okay, so you can find a job here, or if you're a company and you need remote work, you can also find people that want to work remotely. So We Work Remotely is the largest remote work community in the world. So you don't have to be here in the United States. There's lots of companies that will hire you from other countries. They have over 2.5 million monthly visitors, and they're the #1 destination to find and list incredible remote jobs. So for those employers who all of a sudden they have to hire a bunch of people remotely, this is the place they come now. It's amazing. It sprang up almost overnight, but they are strong, very, very strong. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is that they have a list of the top 100 remote companies that are hiring. Remember, I told you that We Work Remotely is the company that has all the different companies inside it. So don't think you're going to be working for We Work Remotely. Think about all the companies that hire remote workers. And they have the top 100 companies. What does that mean? Let me see if I can read that. It's so tiny. Let me see if I can blow it up just a little bit. Our top 100 companies list is a sequential list of global companies that have the most experience hiring remote workers. These are companies that have posted the most job listings since the inception of We Work Remotely, and therefore have their own processes, procedures, and are generally experts in distributed teams. So the long story short, these folks know how to hire and maintain remote workers. Now that's important because what I'm about to tell you next is really going to blow your mind. Ready?
Yeah.
They have a whole community to support you, and it's free. Okay, you can sign up for free. You get real-time job alerts. You get a community of people on Slack that you can talk with and get ideas from. The Learning Portal is a free resource designed to help you grow in your dream remote career. The world is going remote. Why can't you? Bam! Blow your mind.
I love it because it's all in one place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Now, how many weeks have we had this, Lady Lou?
35.
35 weeks we've been doing this show, so you can go back and see all the different companies that we've talked about in the past. I bet you most of them are in here.
I bet.
But and we talk about very specific goals that you might have. This company is so far out there that you literally could just spend the next week looking at all the job opportunities. I did. I took time and I went and looked at all the job opportunities. I couldn't possibly imagine telling you all of them or putting them on the screen for you. You're just going to have to go and look. It's it's amazing, really.
Yeah, weworkremotely.com.
Yeah. And remember all the links that we talk about throughout every show that we have. And we do have 3 different shows: Work from Home, Ask the Experts on Tuesday nights, and on Wednesday we have Reset for Success. And all of them have the links of our guests like Jan and all the things that we talk about down below. And you're able to make comments at any time. We love our audience, don't we?
Oh, we do. We do.
We're here to help.
Yeah. That's it, the whole point. And we love doing it because we make no money. We don't charge our guests. We don't do any of that. We do it as a public service, if you will, because we love people. We want to help in any way we can. And we have our side hustles where we make our money. But this is just something we love to do. And we've been doing it for almost a year now.
Okay, for
So,
just about 3 minutes, let's talk about side hustles. And then I want to get into what Jan's up to
yes.
and really learn her and figure out what she's doing. So let's talk about some side hustles. Lady Lou, you start. What do you got going on with a side hustle or two?
Well, I'm wearing one of them right now. My patch. That's a glutathione patch. As
Oh, I've heard of that. Tell us
they
more.
They say glutathione, the supplement, is one of the best things to boost your immune system. And that's where COVID-19 stuff comes in because it attacks people with a low immune system. So I got a strong immune system thanks to my patch, and it's non-transdermal. There's nothing that goes into your body. It's phototherapy. That's my favorite company. And then I have one with the air purifiers. And then I have a couple of others that I haven't even mentioned yet. But I just find products that I love and can talk about faithfully and use, then I can share them. So that's what we're all about anyway, right, Jan?
Absolutely.
You love what you do. So do you have side hustles or is it just your main job?
I have so many side hustles that are part of my business. I don't seek out others. So, I have a coaching, I do a certification training. I also help other people in their programs. Have someone I'm doing some training for. So
now that's a great opportunity to talk about that. If you have a main business like Jan is talking about, or like what I do, all of mine so far have been shoot-offs of that. So I've been in technology, Jan, for 30 years. And so one of my side hustles is like a little shoot off of that. I do coach people. I have a business mastermind where I teach them how to do graphics and how to make their own YouTube channels and things like that. And so that just came out of the love of what I do for a living, right? Is a couple of side hustles. I got other stuff going on too, but but I totally get that. So coaching and training, I know you're a speaker. Right now that might be kind of hard to be a speaker unless you're doing it online. Have you switched from going out there?
I have, yes. I haven't been doing in-person speaking gigs. Well, I think the last one I did was about a year ago. And I really don't prefer them at all. Now that our world has gone online, I would much rather do any day. So I do all of my webinars, everything online, speaking. I speak on a lot of different podcasts and different kind of interviews, and that works for me just great.
You bet.
Yeah.
Now, I remember a long time ago, I started doing some, what do they call it? Mystery shopping. And one of the mystery shops that I did was a side hustle for, I don't know, was carpet cleaning. Okay. So I needed my carpet cleaned anyway. So I had them come out and clean the carpet, and I wrote up a ditty about it, and I got paid. Plus I got my carpet cleaned. So I thought that was pretty cool. And here recently, some other people in my new industry that I'm going into, which is mobile notary, I'm finding some side hustles for that as well. So I think that's a good opportunity. Now, Lady Lou, tell us a little bit more about your patch, because you kind of glossed over it. And I think a lot of people want to know, so you can do this as part of your living? You can make an income with this?
Oh, yes, it's a business opportunity. And
Okay.
it's one that you can do from home because it's always been a work from home type of industry. And over the years, I've been in quite a few of them, and they've all been wonderful products because if I can't believe in a product and love it, I can't even talk about it. And I bet you're that way too, aren't you, Jan? Yeah.
Absolutely. I tell that to people all the time, that are struggling because I work with business people that are usually looking for customers, since that's my main message is attracting perfect customers. And so when they're in a business and they have a product that they're not 100% behind, they're just trying to do it for the money, it's not going to happen.
You can tell, can't you? The
You're
energy's
going to
there.
always tell. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Jan, what's the name of your company?
Well, I don't give that out. That's private. If they want to know the company's name, then they have to private message me on my Facebook page,
Oh, I
which
said
is,
Jan.
oh, excuse me.
That's okay. That's all right. I thought,
Excuse me.
why wouldn't you want to give her the name of her company out? That's weird.
Like, oh, you didn't tell me that, but
Oh, like what?
so my company's name is Perfect Customers Incorporated. You can find it online at www.perfectcustomers.com.
I see you have a couple of books too.
I do. I have 2 books, Attracting Perfect Customers, The Power of Strategic Synchronicity. That's launched my business and is still a bestseller. It came out in the year 2001, and people are still talking about it. So that's a dream come true. And Being Attraction, I wrote that a few years after the first book. And I'm actually offering that as a gift to anybody that's listening today.
Oh,
I'll tell you more about that. Yeah.
Did you hear that? All
Oh,
right.
yes. And everything's in the description down below the videos if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, and in the podcast stations or platforms, it's also in the description there. So it's a link. All you have to do is check it out and click that link, and then you're going to get her free download.
Absolutely. And there's a special thing when you do click on the link for the gift, the free gift is the book, and then I give you a worksheet to do what I do. So I won't elaborate on that just right now, but you're going to get invited to a bonus webinar. So I'm doing a live webinar. It won't be recorded. It'll be live and in person in about a week, November 18th. November 18th. I think it's next week on a Wednesday. Anyway, but you have to click on the link, and then I'll know you're interested, and I'll send you my information.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfect Customers. That's a great name for a company. And if you own a business or you're starting a business, don't you want perfect customers? Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell us, how do you help us get perfect customers?
I mean, who doesn't want that, right? Okay.
Right.
But also to tie it into what you've been talking about, getting a job, is what I do is I teach what I call a strategic attraction plan. It's a strategy on who do you want to work with? Do you want to work with perfect customers for your business? Do you want to attract the perfect employer or employee? It works well for any kind of relationships. It works well for romantic relationships too, by the way.
Oh.
But I focus mostly on the business side. But how do you do it is you get clear and focused on what's perfect for you. Now, a lot of times when we're looking for a job or a client for that matter, we start to emulate somebody else other than ourselves, or we think we have to be somebody that isn't really truly our authentic self. But the truth of the matter is people want authenticity. They want to work with you because you're you. And so my process, what I teach, my strategy, and my book helps you to get in touch with what's inside of me. And I use the law of attraction as my reference, that if I like something, my perfect customers, my perfect employers, my perfect employees will like it too. So real question is, what do I like? What do I want more of? What's perfect for me? And so I give you a way to kind of wrap your arms around that law of attraction, which can be kind of daunting. So I give you a strategy so that you can kind of harness it and really make it work for you. So that's what I do.
I love it. It's so important for people to attract that perfect customer because unfortunately, not everybody is interested in your product or service. We like to think so, but they aren't. So go where they are.
Yeah. Well, you know, when it first started coming to me, I have a long career in corporate selling. So that was my background. And I started noticing that when we got that little fancy display, these are the old days now. Everybody has it now. But back then I was noticing when it popped up in the display who was on the line, I was like, ooh, maybe I'll let that roll over. But then there was some that I go, hey, how you doing? You know, so I'm like, what is that? What makes me want to talk to one person more than another? So if I can put my arms around that and get clear and focused on what that is for me, it makes sense that I'll start to draw those kind of people to me. And that's what we want, more of those.
Oh, and you want people you enjoy working with.
Yes, that's the first part of the plan, actually, is to describe what are the qualities, the characteristics, and attributes of my perfect customer or client or employee or employer. What would they look like? Would I recognize them if they walked into the room? What would I see? You know, would they have a big smile or a big frown? You know, it start to notice and become aware of what's perfect for me.
I remember the first time I realized that nobody or not everybody was just like me was I went into I owned an IT company and I went into work one day and it was Monday and I was, hey, how's everybody? How was your weekend? And I got these looks like, what does that have to do with I got to go back to work here. But and I thought, oh, I guess they don't like me. And then a lady came in and did one of those personality tests, and we realized that, you know, I have this type of personality and they have that type of person. Had nothing to do with whether they liked me or not. They were just at work and they were in work mode and, like, you know, they didn't want to chit chat. And it really opened up my eyes to, well, what do I want?
Yeah.
What do I want in an employee? What do I want from me, the employer? What am I expecting from all the different things? And I think it can come with time and experience, but you can also learn it from people like you, Jan, who can, like, you know, you can get it a fast track. Yeah. Help us fast track it so we don't have to go through all that horrible stuff.
That's one of the things I tell people, you know, take the struggle out of your business and your clientele, that not everybody is a perfect fit for what is perfect for you. So find out what that is first. I worked with the CEO one time, and when I shared this concept with him, he was like, nobody knows this, but I'm a soul. This is like a multi-million-dollar company. He was ready to walk away from it. And he says, what I just got, he just got all lit up, you know, is that it was because I was trying to bend over backwards for a company that I didn't enjoy working with, and they didn't enjoy working with me. It wasn't a good fit, and I just got that. So you can really, you know, end the struggle, end the, you know, disappointment. Maybe when something doesn't work out, I always tell myself, vibrated them out, you know, let them go on, bring in the ones that are a good fit for me. And the ones that are, you have a great time with. And you know, like most of my customers are friends now. I wouldn't even call them a customer. They're such a near and dear to my heart, but that's what I want more of, people like that.
Now, Jan, you have something that you want to talk about from My Kajabi. What is this?
Oh, this is the gift. This is the link, and it's in. You can click on in the description, I think, below. It
Down below.
takes you to your free gift. Please sign in and check the little box to subscribe. If you don't check the box to subscribe, I can't mail you your invitation to the webinar. So what you're going to get is a copy of my book, Being Attraction, so you can download it into your Kindle. It's a PDF, but it works great in Kindle. And you're going to get a worksheet, so you can start right now in getting clear and focused on who is a perfect fitting customer, client, or employee or employer for yourself.
I have really enjoyed meeting you, Jan. I'm just really looking forward to getting to know you better. And, you know, we're out of time. Lady Lou, do you have any last words for us today?
Well, I want to thank Jan for being here. I just think what she has to offer all of us is so perfect. And when is your webinar coming up? On the 18th?
The 18th of November, 1 week,
So
and next week.
Get that invitation. So go ahead and sign up for the freebie and get the invitations, the subscription, and then get the invitation. I'm going to be there. I'll see you.
Awesome.
So, because we all want to know who is our perfect customer. So thank you so much for being here and for all the wonderful gifts you've given our audience and us.
Awesome.
And we thank our audience for being here too, because without you, what are we? We love you all, and we thank you for sharing this information. Please share with your friends on Facebook and YouTube, and well, not YouTube, but all your other social media, so that they know about us too, because we love everybody and we want to share. That's our middle names. So thank you again, Jan. Thank you, Marian. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
See you next time.